morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Again, we are definitely into spring, which is kind of cool. But that does tend to happen this time every year, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I want to talk today about advertising, but not just advertising, specific things that advertisers do that just bug the heck out of me. Grinds my gears. Predominantly related to price, the price of the product. A couple of things that advertisers do, there's a lot of things advertisers do to try and trick you into making it seem like a good deal. And it's kind of funny, some of them are kind of counterintuitive to each other. One of them is to say that the base price is extraordinarily low, but then not include a lot of fees or taxes or incidentals. We got coupons for, an $8 buffet, but you also have to buy a drink, and the drink is $4. Which is a little high for a soda, but unlimited bottomless sodas for $4, that's not horrible. I mean, you're at a restaurant. That doesn't bother me too much. It's in the fine print, and you kind of expect that kind of a thing. There's got to be some kind of a catch-a-hook, a gimmick. There's got to be something there, and if there isn't, then it's a lost leader, and you need to stick with just that, So that doesn't bother me too much. But the ones that bug me, the first isn't actually a trick. It's just a superlative that is utterly meaningless. And let's start by talking simple arithmetic here. Let's talk fractions. Okay, 1/2 is 1/2. So 1/2 of $1 is 50 cents, right? Good, right. So then what is 1/4? That's a quarter. 1/4, 1/4. 1/4 of $1 is 1/4. Okay, 1/10, right? Oh my goodness, this guy's got his door open. This guy's door just flew open. It opened of its own accord. I think he figured it out. Interesting. Yeah, he definitely figured it out. He's got his flashes on. He's pulling over to fix it. So, pardon the interruption. 1/10, 1/10, a tenth of $1 is 10 cents. Okay, everybody knows this, right? That's elementary, rudimentary. So next question is, what is 2/2? 2/2 is 1, right? So 2/2 of $1 is $1. Great, yeah, we've seen that before. That's an interesting way of writing 2/2, but what that represents is that if you were to have 1/2, 1/2, but you were to have 4 of them, 4 halves, or excuse me, 2 halves, is 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 2/2 equals $1. So that's what that represents. So 2/2 equals $1. Great, awesome. But what if you had 3/2? Still a fraction, right? And so 3/2 is $1.50. $3/2. What about 10/2? You can keep going. This doesn't stop. This is numbers. They go to infinity and beyond. So to say that something is a fraction of the price is utterly meaningless. Look, normally life insurance is going to cost you $50 a month. We can get you that for a fraction of the price. What fraction? 3 halves. $75 a month. Oh, is that a good deal? It is a fraction of the price. It's just meaningless. Obviously what they're trying to imply is that the price is lower. People think of a fraction, they typically think that things are getting divided, like percentage. It's a percentage of the price. Well, what percentage would that be? 150. As opposed to when you typically go shopping, especially clothes or shoe shopping, this is 20% off. So that's a bad little gimmick there. Not even a gimmick. It's just something that it's a superlative that I think has no meaning. When I hear it, I laugh, and it just frustrates me. Next, and this is a bit more pervasive, a little bit more sneaky, although not much, to be fair, if you just keep your ears open. I heard a mobile phone carrier advertising their contract price as being taxes and fees included for one low price. Just because your taxes and fees are included does not mean that the price is low. So currently I'm with AT&T. I pay $175 a month for 2 lines, unlimited talk and text, 30 gigabytes of data, and my financing on my mobile devices. So that's what I'm paying. That's how much I have to put out of pocket. They could give the same deal for $200 a month, taxes and fees included. Hey, mine's got taxes and fees included. You're going to pay $24 more a month, but they're included. It's meaningless. It means absolutely nothing just to say that the taxes and fees are included. The only thing it means is that when you actually see the price, there's not going to be any kind of surprise on the back end. And having taxes and fees on things can be frustrating because the advertised price isn't even close. So you've got to dig deep in order to figure out what you're actually paying. It's kind of like going to the buffet, got a soda. How much could a soda possibly be? So I got this coupon for an $8 buffet. How much could they possibly charge me for soda? Well, A, I can call them and they'll just tell me. That's one thing. B, I can assume that the soda probably costs $3. That's fairly safe. I get there and it's $4. Oh, what? I'm out $1. They could try and totally gouge you. A soda's $12. I'm not paying $12 for a soda. But would you pay $20 for a buffet and a soda? Same difference. Maybe. Not the place that I was advertising a coupon. I wouldn't recommend that, no. But $20 for a buffet that includes a soda? or $12 that includes the opportunity to get an $8 buffet. But with things like mobile devices, it gets quite a bit trickier because you've got to figure in every single little factor. And we were shopping for mobile phones. We had a really hard time because we had some places that were going to give us a good deal on the phones if we didn't finance them. Other places that were going to give us a deal on the phones if we financed them. And the financing was at 0%. And then we had some deals that were giving the rate per line, taxes and fees not included, or included in another rate that was giving a deal for the family plan without telling us the taxes and fees. So you got to split it all out in order to compare apples to apples. It does get tricky. So advertised price should never be trusted. It's often a good gauge, though. Then we paid for a cruise recently, and the cruise, the price was unbelievable. It was really inexpensive. But then there's taxes and fees on top of that. But then the last cruise we went on, we did kind of a special souped up cruise. It was a bit more expensive. And the taxes and fees on top of that were roughly the same. So for our cheap cruise, taxes and fees practically doubled the advertised price. For our expensive cruise, it added about 15%. It was remarkable. So you really got to dig deep to figure out what taxes and fees included actually means. And a fraction of the price is meaningless. They're implying that it's cheaper. They might as well just say for less money than you're paying now. Well, you don't know that. I could have some kind of super hyper employee discount. I could have got hit by a Verizon truck a while ago, and so now they give me my phones for $1 a month. You don't know that I'm paying less. You don't know that it's going to be, you do know it's going to be a fraction of the price. You just don't know what that fraction is going to be. Is it going to be 1 half, 2 halves, 3 halves, 4 halves? Somewhere in that range? Generally should be in that range. Somewhere between 50 and 200%. But, advertising's sneaky to begin with. My 7th grade teacher told me about an old advertising trick where they photographed farm eggs and a woman who had unusually small hands. Take a look at how awesome this egg is when this tiny, tiny woman is holding it. Nothing new. But regardless, I want to hear about what your frustrations are with advertising, or what about advertising do you like? And let me know, am I off my rocker? Am I crazy to think the fraction of the price is silly, or the taxes and fees included are silly? Regardless, let me know, and have a nice day.